What's up guys, Mark here. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Axie bounty board. There is something coming up that will let you win literally twice as much as you did before. But before that, let's talk about what is exactly this Axie bounty board. Let's go ahead and see it. Alright, so first of all, we're going to basically speed run this from the starting point to what we have now and what the event is. The event is the Frosty Fiesta. This is going to be starting in a couple hours. So first of all, let's start off. What is the then called Play to Rise, but it is actually called the Daily Bounty Board. It started off as something, very simple. Let's test it out. There's a 10,000 AXS up for grabs every week. And by the way, if you didn't know, AXS has almost doubled in price since then. There are 4 key parts to this. You gotta pray to Atia, you gotta roll a lucky or premium pouch in the Garuda Shrine Shop, and then you gotta win in Axie Origins and Classic. That is all you need for the normal Axie bounty board. How do you know how much AXS you can get out of those 10,000? Well, it depends on how many bounties you complete and also how many Lunatians complete all these bounties as well. Here's where you can see where the points are at. You can activate Atias, there's 15 points there. You can open a pouch, that's 30 points. You win 1 battle in Axie Classic, that's for 35. And then 1 battle in Origins, that's 35 as well. It's very straightforward, very easy. And the way you navigate through this is very simple. You go to app.axieinfinity.com and you're gonna go over here to the top right. These are the bounties right here. You gotta activate Atia, open a pouch, win 1 battle of Classic, win 1 battle of Origins. You can verify that, and it's really easy, really quick, and you're gonna get those points right away. This right here is something that is not mentioned in this first introduction. This is the Premier Bounty Board. And let's go ahead and see what this is about. So if we go over here, it talks about what the Premier Bounty Board is. And the key points to the Premier Bounty Board is adding a next level on top of the original one. So it says the bounty board has leveled up. There's more bounties and more rewards. Lunatia's Premier Bounty Board is live, and it features over 100 new bounties and a separate reward pool. The original, the standard bounty board, it stays the same. Now you just have extra rewards. When this was released, it was 12.5k AXS prize pool with an exclusive 1,000 AXS in Master Pool. That is on top of the 10k AXS that you already had. It's 25,000 AXS up for grabs between the standard and the premier bounties, and that's every week. So there are over 100 quests. These are dynamic, so they can change. Prize pool is 11.5k AXS, and the entry criteria is basically owning 3 Axies, 1 weekly premier ticket, or 250 fortune slips. They have different rarities. It can be basic, intermediate, advanced, and master quests. So the way you earn premier tickets is with 500 standard bounty points, you can claim 1 premier ticket, and then you can access this premier bounty board. Or you can also pay 250 fortune slips. What are fortune slips? Whenever you have, if you have a collectible Axie, you can go over here and check how many slips it gives. See, Nightmare Axies give you 3 slips per day. Mystic gives you 400, 100 for Origins, 40 for Mio, 32 for Xmas Axies and Shiny, 12 for Japanese, and 1 per summer. So it's basically given even more utility to the collectible Axies. And what kind of quests can you find in here? Basic quests are 80% common, intermediate 15, advanced 4.5, and the master quests are 0.5. You can produce 15 rare units of material, so it's not just, the Axie Classic or Origins, it's also Homeland. And then you have the Master Quests, which give you, apart from the points, they also give you 1 AXS. So, breed an Axie with a normal part. Easy as that, you win 1 AXS. You buy a collectible Axie, you get 1 AXS. Plus, you get 840 points. What are these points? You have a leaderboard, the weekly leaderboard. These help you climb that leaderboard and secure a top spot. So if you have a master quest, you can get even more points, plus you get AXS, which is cool. But what happens if you don't like one of those quests? What happens if you want to change it for something? Then there's more utility to the fortune slips that you're already having, because you can pay fortune slips to re-roll certain quests, and it's up to 5 re-rolls per day. The more slips you have, the easier it will be for you to complete this bounty board. In this update, they gave, a little bit of a touch to the master quest pool. It's 1,000 extra AXS, and the top 250 on the premier bounty board each week has also an extra 1,000 AXS. So if I'm not mistaken, we're up to 27,000 AXS per week. So that's huge. And the reroll limit was increased. I mentioned it was 5 before. Now you can reroll up to 10 times per quest. They talk a lot about quest balancing here. So it's, either easier or a little bit harder to do. We're not going to get into that because that's a lot. So let's go over to the main part of this video. The Frosted Fiesta. Now that we know everything about the bounty board and the premier bounty board, remember when we said that was a lot of AXS? Well, for 2 weeks, it'll be double. So, premier bounty board pool is going to be 46,000 AXS, and the master quest pool is going to be 8,000 AXS. Plus, the leaderboard in itself, it'll be 6.2k AXS. So, the rewards over the 2 weeks is going to be 60,200 AXS in total. It'll start on December 16th and end on December 29th. Apart from doubling the rewards, you're going to get reduced fortune slips requirements for the premier bounty board, and that means they have reduced the fortune slip requirement from 200 to 100. It'll be easier to get those quests. They've also added a new cocoa eating quest to the standard bounty board, which makes it easier for Lunasians to accumulate the 1,000 points required for the premium bounty board. Basically, just making it easier for people to access the premier bounty board. This started off this year in April, and it's now December, 8 months after. And the success that this has had is insane. The amount of people that do this week after week is a staggering amount of Lunasians, which is understandable. There's a lot of AXS given out every single week, and you don't need to do much. You got to play the games, and you also have to, unlock the premier bounty board. So indirectly, what this helps the most is the utility that these Axies have right now, the collectible Axies. So the slips that you get every single day, those are going to be way more important going down the line. And the more utility that these slips have, the more important that these Axies will become. We have seen the rise of the floor prize in every single collectible Axie, and this just tells me that Sky Mavis is giving a lot of focus into this, which they should. Collectible Axies are amazing, not just for the way they look, but for the utility that they also provide. A long time ago, this utility wasn't really there, but they've been working on it in an amazing way, adding a bunch of different features to these Axies. I want to see what happens down the line. Don't forget to complete your bounties. They're right up here. They take just about, 20 minutes, 10 minutes if you already played, even less sometimes. It's really just another Axie minigame. This is great. The standard is awesome, but the bounty board you really want to get to is a premier bounty board. This is where the real juice is. So, guys, I'll keep you updated. If you have any comments, put them down below. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.